indulged. I am gonna show you around the city where I am. You let me know. Tell me what you think. Times Square. What's interesting, at least what's interesting to me, is that I will be back here tomorrow for a dinner that I was invited to by my good friend, Dr. Surgeon. I will be at the Brooklyn Chop tomorrow for dinner. So Brooklyn Chop is near here. It's in Times Square. So I'm in Times Square on New Year's, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and then I'll be here definitely tomorrow for New Year's Day. We're being waved over. This is 6th Avenue and 42nd Street. That's 6th Avenue and 42nd Street. It wasn't too long ago, just a couple of hours ago, where the ball dropped and the people were out. Got nothing on you, baby. I think I'll sing over the Bruno Mars. Is that Bruno Mars? I can't even remember. But this is New York City, and I can't see who you are. This phone is too far away. It's like all the way in the middle, and all the way down on the dash, all the way in the middle of the dash, and I can't reach it. So forgive me for any inconvenience. This is 6th Avenue, also called the Avenue of Americas. And over here to the left, this is 45th Street. This is the Diamond District, where you have Tracks NYC. 46th Street here, this is the Diamond District. 45th, 46th, and 47th. All these places here to the right, not to the left, to the right. It's all Diamond District area. Avenues of America. 6th Avenue. How many people were on the block? I don't know. I can't read that. It's too far away. Sorry, y'all. And the hotels in this area are going for like minimum $1,200 for the night. Minimum. This over here, this food spot here Can you see it? Let me see. Yeah, you can see that. To the left, that's going for these cops just straight up cut me off. Highway patrol. All right. It's supposed to be like the best street food. See, I don't want to just start moving my camera back and forth and break the little thing. Oh no, the food truck is not here right now. I don't see it. They might have called it a night. There goes Radio City Music Hall to the right. To the left is Mastro's, very good steakhouse. This would work so much better if I was in horizontal instead of vertical. You see so much more. This is such a pinhole kind of look. I can't see you guys. Sorry, I apologize for not reading the chat, but it's very difficult for me to see that far away. Forgive me. But you are appreciated. Big Elvis the Chef, New York City, New Year's Eve. I brought in the New Year's with my son, my daughter, my wife, 2 neighbors, and let me see, and 2 neighbors, their children. It was altogether about 10 of us. We went up to the rooftop. They have like a little deck, rooftop deck. Let me see, I think I could turn here. All right. This is the Hilton Hotel right here. Are they letting me turn here? Yeah, good. We just passed the Holla guys over here to the left. The streets are filthy. The homeless are popping. To the left of me, there's a man urinating on the streets. When you gotta go, I guess you gotta go. Got the NYPD working, moving cars along. Got the street sweepers going by, trying to clean up these dirty, nasty streets. Just think there was 500,000 people on these streets that I am now casually just driving down. I remember the few times that I did come by for the ball dropping, it was very lackluster. I'll tell you that much. It wasn't, and every time I would go back, forgetting how much it wasn't, how great it wasn't. So that was a reality. And on this block, there's is it the Copa? The Copa, the new Copa, I think is down here. Oh no, it's to the right. It's to the right. It's popping over there. I'm sure. I don't know. I didn't drive by, but my assumption is that it's popping over there. Don't forget to press the thumbs up button by tapping the screen twice. It's a courtesy thing. Yeah, let's turn here. 8th Avenue. Yeah, up this block. Let's go up this block. Let's see if... Oh no, this is not the block. Oh, we passed it. We'll go down 9th Avenue. That's like the last of the bar scene in this Midtown Manhattan places, because most people are not coming in because they're charging for congestion prices. You know, they're charging you to come into the city. So a lot of businesses have suffered because of that. So the last of the holdouts as far as the bars are concerned will be on 9th Avenue. This is West 57th Street and 8th Avenue turning, making that left on 57th Street. But there are tons of businesses that are suffering because a lot of people are just not going to drive into the city for the $10. And I think it's $10 if you have Easy Pass. If you don't have Easy Pass, then it's like $13, $14. It's crazy. I know I just paid my Easy Pass bill, and it was $550, $40. It's like every month it's costing me $500 in Easy Pass just tolls, period. If a client needs me in Jersey, I'm going. And you know, it's gonna cost. And if I go, I'm coming in from Brooklyn, so if I go up the FDR Drive and I take the George Washington Bridge, I'm saving like $12. But on the way back, I still got to pay the $18 to get into the city from the George Washington Bridge. That's me trying to avoid the congestion pricing. Congestion pricing is, you know, the bone of contention here in this town. So it's like people just don't want to drive in. Like, I'm thinking about tomorrow, I'm supposed to have dinner at the Brooklyn Chop House. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to park in the Upper West Side and take the train in or take a cab in. So yeah, 9th Avenue is popping down that block. I just looked as I was turning. I was able to see ahead. It is popping. Don't forget to press the like button by hitting the screen twice. You tap the screen twice, that's the like button. You're getting a view of New York City. New York City. I'm wondering if I should tilt the screen so you can see like more of the people than just the cabs in front of me. Like if I was to do this, boom, get a little bit more of that view. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. See? I'm right here. And all this traffic is from, what's the tunnel? The Lincoln Tunnel. It goes into New Jersey. Most of these people are trying to get to Jersey that came in for, you know, the festivities, the party, so to speak. There's a part of me that doesn't want to go through this 9th Avenue debacles that are forming at every turn here. Okay. You got it, mister. You got it. Let me get back over here. Yeah, and then the Lincoln Tunnel is a total bottleneck. They have 6 lanes, and they only let 2 lanes in. Sometimes they only let one lane in during these, you know, these kind of holiday times. And there was a time when I used to believe that they were like, you know, scanning all the cars and using retinal scanners to see who's coming in and out. It was just some sort of like, you know, high alert for terrorism and all that. That's not what it is. They just love slowing the city down at certain times, you know. And then there's this illusion of how crowded we are and how packed the city is, when in actuality it's nothing like that. It's the furthest from the truth. And the city's quite empty. It's a huge stage, New York. And when they have this, you know, packed like this, it's because of the ruse that's being, you know, put on the people to have the people believe, oh my God, it was so crowded. Oh my God. And really what it was they just blocked all the streets and had everybody going down 2 to 3 streets, you know. Don't forget to press the like button by tapping the screen twice. You are getting a tour of 9th Avenue and 52nd Street. Basically Times Square. You can call it Midtown, but, you know, Times Square, I believe, is from 39th Street to 49th Street. From 9th Avenue to 5th Avenue. So you are getting a taste of Times Square. We're zigzagging down 9th Avenue. There is a part of me that wants to go to Harlem. There is a part of me that wants to go to Harlem. But if I go to Harlem, I'm not gonna get out of there till 12 o'clock in the afternoon. go. See, it's all a stage. Yeah, if I head to Harlem, I'm gonna go to the Shrine. Anybody been to the Shrine on 133rd Street? It's between 133rd and 134th. 133rd, 134th. It's on the uptown side of the street. And if I go to the Shrine, I'm probably not gonna get out of there for a minute. And then if they're under some sort of like, everybody got to get out, it's too late, it's after 4, it's after 5, come on, y'all got to go, which I don't think is going to happen, then somebody's going to be like, yo, let's go to the after hours. So then I'm going to go to the after hours. And I'm going to play pool. I'm gonna maybe drink a few Guinnesses. Maybe, I'm not a big drinker. But maybe I might have a Guinness or 2 or 3 or 4. And it's gonna go on 6, 7 in the morning. And then wifey will be giving me a call around 7 a.m. maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock. And she's gonna be like, you all right? And I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm in the after hour spot uptown in Harlem. She's gonna be like, you need me to come get you? And I'm gonna be like, yeah. And then 9 o'clock will show up and she'll show up and come get me. And we'll just leave the car parked there. And then I'll go home. I'll get some sleep around 12:30, 1 o'clock. And then I have to be up, ready, and dressed by 5 for dinner. But I don't think that's a good plan. I think I'm gonna head home. Like Cinderfella. Not Cinderella, Cinderfella. Whoa. Muscled me. I would definitely and if I go to the after hour spot, everybody's gonna be partying. And when in Rome, you know how that goes. I don't want to be rude. Let me turn it this way. Gonna be dancing. When at the after hour spot, there's not too much dancing. Most people are just holding the tables down, sipping on their drinks, and they're partying at the tables. I don't want to be rude. I'm not like that. Still 9th Avenue. We're on 40th Street, heading downtown towards Brooklyn, where I live. Because if I turn around and I go a different way, I'm gonna be in Harlem, and I'm gonna start partying and having a good time, and I won't be back home till 12 in the afternoon. And I don't do that often. It's a rarity when I do that. That happens maybe twice a year. Something light. And tonight I had some amazing champagne. It was only a taste, you know. It was so many. It was like 7, 8, 9 people. So we all got a nice little, maybe 3 ounces, and it was good. I wanna buy that champagne when next time I see it. We wrote the name down so we can we took a picture of it actually, so we can buy that again. And the person who provided the champagne, they got it from a friend. So, and what I saw was, I think it was really reasonably priced. I thought it was so smooth. It's a brut, and I love brut. Whereas LJ, she's more into the sweet rosé. I much prefer the brut, and let me tell you, it was so smooth and so delicious and so much body. I loved it. So I need to get that again. And it was legitimate champagne. It wasn't like, you know, sparkling wine or anything like that. It was from the Champagne region of France. So I don't think a week or two is gonna go by without me grabbing a bottle or 2 of that. Just for me and LJ to have in the house, you know. Me and wifey gonna have that chilled, ready for whenever we get the feeling, you know. I got that feeling. All right, so we're riding down 9th Avenue. It's gonna get popping over here in a minute. This area is so rich, so decadent and gluttonous, and just full of fashion and money, and all the women are wearing, you know, $200-300 shoes. All the furs are gonna be out. All the clutches and the handbags and all the accessories are gonna be popping in this area. I do love this area. It's just so well dressed, so primed, and you know, everything is what they call that, primed. Yeah, primed. Everyone is primed. Looking good, smelling good. So much money here. You know, this next 2 blocks, we won't be surprised we see a Ferrari out here. You know, even though most people are using that, you know, they're driving black cars and stuff like that. But this is where, I think it's called Mr. Charles. Yeah, is this Mr. Charles here in the corner? Oh no, it's not Charles. It's my LJ and I went here last year for her birthday, I believe. So I'm trying to think. It's an Asian spot that's like everybody wants to be here. We had to have reservations and all that kind of stuff. So that's. Is it Akai? Is it, what's the name of the spot? See, we do so much cooking in the house, such high-end, you know, Michelin star style meals at home, that we don't even go out like that. You know, we're going out like 4 or 5 times a year, whereas most people are going out, you know, every other weekend. And this place here to the left is like the hottest spot in the city. Oh yeah, TAO. What is this? TAO. This is the spot here. I don't see anyone at the door. They got rid of people early. TAO. My friend who invited me to dinner tomorrow, he goes here very often. They probably know him as soon as he walks in the door. Like, oh, sir, we have your table ready. Whereas the last couple of times I went here, oh, that's not true. I had reservations, but I had to sit. I went and sat at the bar for like 30 minutes, and one time we didn't even leave the bar. We just was having so much fun that I was like, F the table. We popping right here. I don't see any Ferraris or any Furs. What's going on over here? That's a bunch of spots up that block. Whoa, you didn't see what I just saw. It's popping up that block. They have it totally blocked off too. But I do love this neighborhood right here, man. A lot of money, a lot of money in this neighborhood. You tell a person, oh, it's $100. They'll be like, okay, I'll take two. You go to other neighborhoods, say, oh, let me get back to you on that. And that sucks. Don't forget, tap the screen. It's the only way to give me a like. It's the only way. Tap the screen and give me a like that. You heard? Hey, hey, hey. This is the West Village. Oh no, Big Elvis. Now, this is the West Village. I used to have tons of clients 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 7 years ago in the West Village. Oh man, it was such a great time to be in my business. But they all are temporaries. The days of living in the West Village for 25 years are over. A person is living here 5 years, they're gone. Then they get into relationships and they move to Jersey, to Montclair. And they put their kids in Montclair High. Well, first, they have to do the junior high, of course, Montclair Junior High, or intermediate school. Is it Montclair? Am I saying that right? Am I thinking of something else? And then they have all these little boutiques here on the left and the right side. And they only last 5 years. And then there's a new one popping up. This is where your these businesses here are. It's pretty sad, but it's basically a place for you to bring your dream. Like you find out that you can get all this stuff made, and for really, really cheap. And you're like, man, if only I can make $300 a day, I'll be able to pay my rent. And then 2 years later, your rent goes up, and they're like, okay, now if I could only make $650 a day, I'd be able to pay my rent. And then 2 years after that, you're like, okay, if I could only make 1,300 a day, then I'll be able to pay my rent. Then you just say, you know what, F this. Let me just go on a month to month and get out of this. And that's what happens. This is the place where people's dreams come to die. On the apparel, when you have this idea, you want to come up with an apparel, you have this brand, you know where you can get all this stuff made, you know how much money it's going to cost, and they have these cute little boutiques, and they seem to do so well. But every 5 years you got a whole nother crew coming, and the landlords, they don't even care. They know. All these landlords in New York City know all your dreams are coming to die, especially in the food world. You know, the hospitality world is it's rougher than the apparel world. The apparel world is very, very rough, but you know, you can get by on 3 people working in your boutique. Hospitality, you're gonna be, whew. Hospitality, you're gonna feel it. You are going to feel it. And the landlords don't care. The landlords don't care. That's why there's so many ghost kitchens now. You see, you go to your Instagram or your Facebook, how many people are on Instagram and Facebook selling barbecue and selling these fish, lobsters and crab platters, and they're charging, you know, $150, $200, and they're getting it and they're selling it right from out of not all of them are selling out of homes. I know people that are selling food out of like makeshift industrial kitchens, you know, just getting it popping. They're like, you know what, and they're getting people that's delivering. As long as you have your certificate of occupancy, not certificate of occupancy, as long as you have your certificate of authority, as long as you have your certificate of authority, you can get people. You can go on you can go on these sites and have people order food and have people deliver. You know, you'd be surprised with one of these cyclists and these mopeds and these scooter boys are riding, picking up food. You like, what? That's where the food is coming out of? That hole right there, that in the gate? Well, that's pretty cool. I have this idea that I would like to do, but I'm only going to do that idea if I have just, you know, maybe just, I have the money and I just don't care. You know, like, just like a pet project, you know, like, yeah, if it wins, it wins. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, but I have this introverted restaurant that I want to, not restaurant, but it's like a soup, an introverted soup spot where you come in and you sit at a booth almost the size of a phone booth with wooden panels on each side, like steakhouse wooden panels. And when you first walk in, there's a kiosk. So you know how McDonald's now have all these kiosks that you order your food and then you go to the register just to basically pick up your food, and you pay at the kiosk. So the way I would do it is, you go to the kiosk, you order your food, and then they will assign you get a booth. So you order your food and then it'll tell you go to booth 6. So you walk down the little corridor, you go to booth 6. Love the shoes, mama. Love the shoes. Work it, work it. So you go to booth 6, you sit there, and there's like a wall, like 1 foot to the left of you and 1 foot to the right of you. There's a wall there. And then there's a wall in front of you. So your back is open to the elements. Not the elements, your back is open to the aisle that you have to walk in. And then in front of you, a screen will go up like in the Peep Show in the 80s, where you would put your token into the slot and then the Peep Show window would open. So you have this Peep Show style window that opens, and on the other side of that will be your soup. So it'll have whatever you want in the soup all done, and you just basically reach over, you bring your soup in to where you're sitting, and then the door will close next to you. Will there be condiments there? Possibly, like maybe a little thing of soy sauce maybe would be next to you to your left, where you can reach over and grab it. But it's gonna just basically be a chair and some sort of desk style table, and it's gonna be your dinner. That's your or your lunch. And no one is gonna talk or speak to you. You don't have to speak to anyone neither. You're just going to order from the kiosk, sit down at your assigned seat, the window will open and the bowl will appear. And then then you take the bowl and the window will close. I've thought about this idea, long time ago. And the way I thought about it was, there was this bar in the West Village that they styled it as a Pullman car. The old Pullman cars that were like train cars, and they had all these black men working in there with these white jackets that were like double-breasted, and it was a bar, but it was like so interesting how they just copied the Pullman car. I was like, wow, this is really cool. So I always thought about that Pullman car style look, like a train. So it almost would look like inside like some sort of train, Pullman car style, but it would have booths, but very small booths. I'm telling you, you only have a foot to the left and a foot to the right of you. So that's what I've always admired, at least not admired, but I always thought that would be a kind of an interesting idea. And then have it for introverts, where you don't have to speak to anybody. No one has to speak to you. You don't have to speak to anybody. You can eat your food and keep it pushing. Next. And when that, you leave, you don't have to throw away anything. You have to put anything away. Your bowl will be. And let me tell you this, I've thought about so many different aspects of this business, how to keep it running, how to do it, how, first of all, we're not collecting any cash. So it's going to be a very safe place to work. You're not going to worry about getting robbed by a bunch of idiots. Look at this guy. He just trying to pull this guy's pants down. What's going on here? Frat boys. They all the same. Now this is Broadway. Broadway. Riding down Broadway. This is the Adidas store. I can't believe this place can pay this rent without Kanye West here. How are y'all paying your rent without Kanye West? What's going on, Adidas? Adidas, we don't have to make a profit. We have this store allotted not to make a profit. We just pay the rent and pay the people, and we good. So I've thought about this idea because, in New York, the health department is so serious about your restaurant spots, and there's a grading process, A, B, A, B, C, I guess. I don't know. I never gotten anything other than an A. Look at that accident. Almost happened. Guy cutting the lane to make the right turn on New Year's Day, about to get smacked by a Toyota Sienna taxi. So this is Soho. This is where all the people in Soho, this is where you think you're gonna bump into all these models and all this. It seems like Soho now is where the creatives are hanging. All the people that want to make clothing and want to do fashion, they come out here looking like hot messes. And everyone is walking around with a camera and say, show the fit, describe the fit. And everywhere you go, they're like, well, I got the pants from such and such, and I thrifted the shirt, and I thrifted the scarf, and the glass. They don't say glasses anymore. What do they call them? What's the word they call glasses now? Is it the framies or what are they? I can't remember, but they say whatever they say, and then they're like, what do you have on the feet? What do you have? And it's just all, you come here on a Saturday, you come here throughout the week, that's all you see is all these fake influencers who cannot put an outfit together to save their lives, running around trying to interview people, describe the fit, who are you wearing, and it's just everywhere. It's just horrible. All these guys, especially black guys, all these black guys, they're all wearing skirts and long dresses, and I'm like, really? That's your thing right there? The dress? It's not a dress, it's a kilt. No, sir, that's not a kilt. I know what a kilt is. That's not a kilt. That is a maxi dress, and you threw on a gypsy dress, and you're layering it, and you have on basketball shorts that you cut up, and you're using it as a belt. Stop it. That shit is trash. That's not fashion. That's trash. But anyway, don't forget, press the like button by hitting the screen twice. Boom, boom, bing, bing. And, you know, New York has all these different rules for restaurants and spaces. Like you see this place here to the left of us. There's certain things you have to have in order to have this style cooking, you know, and there's these fine lines. So you would have to, for my introverted soup spot, run honey, run girl. My introverted soup spot, I was thinking there wouldn't be any cooking, but you have to be careful with the word cooking. Cooking falls into different categories as far as technicalities. So there wouldn't be any cooking because the soup would be basically, is boiling water cooking, right? So if I boiled water and I opened up a package of soup and I put it in the bowl, and we just basically had like kettle pots of hot water, and you pour the hot water into the soup, is it now cooking? Like if I was to take instant coffee and pour hot water in the cup and serve that cup of instant coffee, would that be cooking, is my question. All right, so the way it would work is you will have like 4 or 5 different noodles to choose from, and the person that goes to the kiosk, they'll pick which noodle they want, and then they will pick which level of hotness they want. That'll be another pack that you use a scissor, you open that, and the pack would be, and this is high, and we're talking about super duper high end, not like, you know, oodles and noodles, or is it oodles and noodles, or cup of noodles? Not cup of noodles, but you're tapping into Can I open this spot and just have, like, basically, can I open this spot and just have one person back there? There's no dishes to wash because every bowl will be some sort of high end, really cool disposable bowl, right? And they make them. They make these bowls so amazing. And so there'll be a disposable bowl, disposable spoon that they'll be eating from. This is Chinatown, y'all. This is Mott Street. And if you ever gone through my channel and check this out, you know I love Mott Street. That's where I get my glasses from too. All the glasses that I have. Well, not all of them, but you know, the last 5 years, 6 years, I've been getting all my glasses from this place right here. Chinatown Optical. Tell them Big Elvis sent you. You're gonna get a good deal. And this glasses business is suffering like crazy. Everybody wants to go online and get their glasses. I refuse to do it. I don't want a part of it. Let me see if my massage spot is open. Nah, they're closed. I'm about to show you a spot that was open every single day for the pandemic, and no one ever messed with them. This place here is open right now. This is a place to eat. And it's funny because if you look at the menu or you look at the signs in the window, it's super Chinese. But if I was to walk in there right now, I'd be like, what do you have? They're like, what do you like? And I'm like, I don't know. They're like, you like beef and broccoli? I'm like, you like chicken and broccoli? You like sesame? You like General Tso's chicken? Because they don't have it on the menu. But if you're American, they'll cook it for you. They have it. Like, yeah, you like, what do you like? What do you like? We'll hook you up. So they were open through the whole entire pandemic. Never, you didn't have to wear a mask or anything to get in here. It was pretty amazing spot. But my massage spot, they closed. They're done for the night. I would have to go to Chinatown and Queens to get a massage at this hour. Look at this block. This block is pretty cool. Let me show you. Hold on. This is that block that they filmed King of New York on, when the Asian guy jumped out with the Uzi, and they were in the limousine, and they was coming around that corner over there to the left. It's a famous block. They filmed a lot of movies. They filmed a lot of videos. So much stuff happens here. This is the place where if you look at my channel, you'll see where I do the ear pick, where they clean your ears. I take my kids over here to get their ears done down this block. I love Chinatown. I've been coming to Chinatown forever. I've been coming to Chinatown since uh, since China Mac was running the gangs around here. I've been coming around here since then. Yeah. I've gotten haircuts around here. A lot of things. I've done a lot of things around here. Remember in the Bronx Tale when Chaz Polentari was driving backwards when he had Kolojanov in the car? I've been doing that a long time. Driving reverse. Forget about it. This is like the last of the arcades right here. The last of the arcades. It's a real arcade, man. I think you even still put coins in there. And what's good about that arcade, there's no Batiman business going on. You know, when I was a kid, all the arcades in Times Square, and you would start playing the game. Oh wow! Oh, is this traffic going to the bridge? We're gonna take the Manhattan Bridge. Manhattan Bridge over here to the left. To the right is the Brooklyn Bridge. Take this light. I don't need to smoke. Don't forget, tap the screen. Give me the thumbs up. Forget about it. Yeah, but in this introverted kitchen, or this introverted soup kitchen, where you have these booths, you know, I always envision 12 to 20 booths, you know, and you would have all these booths, and behind the booth, you got a person that's just taking a scissor, putting all the ingredients that you asked for in a bowl and add the water, cover the bowl, and then hand you the bowl. No cooking. But is it cooking? Look at the entrance to the Manhattan Bridge. I mean, this is some European amazing spectacle. One day I gotta come over here and show you how this thing looks, that entranceway to this bridge. It's definitely not from our timeline. Yeah, baby. It's not from our timeline. Bridge. Yes, this is old world technology. Just like they say that the Aztecs, this is what they say. The Mexican people that we know of today, they didn't create those pyramids. They discovered the pyramids. And they claimed it as their own. But that was there way before the modern, all the Mexican that we know that of. Really? Why that applies to us here too. That applies to us. We discovered it. We found it. But that's a story for another day. Yeah, so I think that introverted soup spot will be a good place to open up something like that. You see, the problem is you have a lot of rent is super high. You know, they're looking for the corporation, they're not looking for the little guy anymore. The lowest you're gonna find in rent, you would have to go deep into the ghettos, into the hood, and it's still gonna be between 3 and 4 grand for 500 square feet. If you're lucky, you get 500 square feet for $3,500 to $4,500 in New York City. Okay, what's going on here? Somebody got smacked? Oh, this guy trying to back up. Sir, you don't have to back up there. You can go right here a few feet and make the right turn. Right here, look. Right here, same thing. Those two rights lead to the same spot. Come on. You gotta back up while cars are coming down. Come on. And look at this guy. Look at this guy. Just jumped right out. Taxi. To his defense, though, there was like a van there, so it was hard for him to see over that van. You see these two things here? These two things, they're like spinning. They're slowly spinning. There's two guys over here, and they got the light on them. And let me tell you, I've come here many, many times, and there's rarely a time when you can come here and they're not spinning. They always are spinning. Even sometimes you look up, you say, oh wow, one is not spinning. They are always spinning. They never break. I mean, who creates this thing here? And throughout all the wind, these two guys sitting on this chair with these robbery and these droves, and they're right across from this bridge that we just came off of. And you would ask yourself, who are these guys? When did they come here? What do they represent? And this is the old world. And it's right in our face. And you know, things break all the time. I'm always wondering, why doesn't that break? How can that keep spinning slowly like that? You know, they can make things, they can build things so that they last. If they want to. But who are those guys? I would argue they represent the old world. The same people that built that bridge. And they put all that stuff in front of your face, man. I was watching some of my wife's sister's YouTube channel, and she kept like yelling about, you know, she's totally bashing men, the whole thing, and she's like, they just want to play in your face. They just want to play in your face. And I'm like, the people that run the show, they're just literally playing in our face, you know, with all this esoteric stuff, and we're just totally the profane. They don't think we're not owed any explanation for everything that's going on. When are we? Where are we? What's the what time is it really? You know? Where are we really? Come on. When are we? When the hell is this? And those things like that that are just up there, they're just there. No explanation. They're not telling us about these people in schools. They're not explaining any of this stuff to us. And this is the famous Fulton Street. To the right of us, it's a whole place to shop where cars are not allowed, only buses. Like this car right here in the front of us, he's not allowed there because you're not allowed to drive to the right of us. Only buses are allowed there. And it's a cool. It used to be a good place to shop. I haven't shopped there in a decade, but it used to be a cool place to shop. and over to the left, where this cab is inching his way through the crosswalk to make the turn, that was always some sort of like chicken spot. And they finally, after like 10 different chicken spots, they closed it down and they put a bank there. Bank of America is there. That, I always said there was some sort of spell on that corner that just would not allow it to win. And you see how I'm in this bus lane only? It doesn't apply to me at this time because the bus lanes all shut down, are not shut down. You can drive in a bus lane after 7 p.m. Most people don't know that, or at least the signs are not up enough for people to be confident in driving in the bus lane. But after 7 p.m. in New York City, you can drive in any bus lane. Right. This is PC Richard and Son across the street. Why is this so huge? How many fridges are you selling? Please stop. And then the Barclays Center is to the right, straight to the right, at the 1 and 2 o'clock mark. And then to the left is the Target and the Chuck E. Cheese and the Applebee's. This was such a big deal 20 years ago when they opened up this here. The Atlantic Center, the Atlantic Terminal. Oh my goodness, then that's when the Pathmark came to Brooklyn. Oh my goodness, they had soy milk and almond milk and oh my goodness, it was more than just 3 different cheeses. Pathmark, now it's a Stop and Shop. But when that Pathmark was there, boy, woo-wee, you couldn't tell these people in Brooklyn nothing. They done made it. Now it's the Barclays Center right here. Brooklyn, stand up. Where I'm going right now is arguably, I could be wrong, because Staten Island is part of the 5 boroughs of New York City. And I don't know if Staten Island might have cheaper, but I'm going to the gas station to fill up. And, oops, I don't want to take that light because I don't want any smoke. The gas station we're going to yesterday was $2.69. Everywhere else is $2.99 and $3.05, $3.15, $3.29, $3.89. But this gas station is $2.69. So I appreciate that kind of a spot. You heard? And then I like to have my gas tank full, because if the zombie apocalypse happens while I'm asleep, I want to be able to get up and get in my car and get at least 200 miles. $200 miles I want to get. This is Atlantic Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, United States of America. That's Brooklyn, New York, United States of America. For my international brethren out there. All these new buildings they're built here. They're trying to get rid of all these little 2-story businesses and put up all these like this. 7 stories. The corner that you see here used to be a gas station for like a tire shop. For like 50 years. It was a tire shop on this corner. They got rid of this whole block here. And they're trying to build another monstrosity. You can see all the lights on. And they're trying to get rid of everything here and just go up, make this a smart city. It's all part of the 2030 agenda. Everything is gonna look like this ugly ass building right here. Ew. 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 And they're gonna get rid of, oh, this is a dispensary right there in the corner. Belief. This dry cleaners has been here for another 40 years right there. They have dry cleaners that bring their stuff here when they have an overflow. This is called the Cleaners Depot, where you can, there was a time here where you could drop off. They were doing shirts for $1.75, and you can get it even boxed if you want it. My cousin Daniel used to come here and just drop off 40 shirts and have them all boxed. I personally never cared for the boxing, because it was always, I don't like those lines. I don't like the boxing lines. Okay, so this is the gas station that is $2 and let me see, $2.65. Look. $2.65. And then the one across the street, you can't really see it from here. Too much of a glare, but that's also $2.65. But there's another one a few minutes away. That's $2.59. So I'm gonna go to the $2.59. 6 cents less. And as you can see, that was Mobil gas. Mobil gas is good gas. The place we're going to now is the Sunoco. Is it Sunoco? Yeah, Sunoco. And it's $2.59. You have to pay cash though. I don't have a problem with that. I prefer. And all this here they're trying to get rid of. They're trying to get rid of all these stores in the next 5 years. They're trying to get rid of all this stuff here and just have massive housing where they're going to be all deep into your pockets, knowing every dime you spend, all the monies that every dime you spend, they're going to know about. Every time you try to move any money, you want to go run out and hit the ATM and get some cash to pay your dealer, they're gonna know. And they're gonna ask you, yo, what's up with this expense here? It's gonna be crazy in the next 5 years what they're going to be doing with this money. This is why, you know, the smart people say, get you some silver, get you some gold. I think gold is like 4,600 an ounce right now. It's crazy. Is it an ounce or a gram? Yeah, an ounce, yeah. 4,600 an ounce. It's crazy out here. They're trying to get rid of all of this and just build up. Seven story, 8 stories, 12 stories, 1 or 2 50-story buildings, and there won't be any 3 bedrooms available. They're not going past 2 bedrooms. They don't even want you to have a family. They don't want you to have 2 kids where they can get their own room. Oh no, that's over. What you want that for? What you want that for? What you think, you somebody special? What you want that for? Don't be having so many babies. We got 2 bedrooms here. They're gonna have all rows and rows of studio apartments. Atlantic Avenue is it's gonna be a big, huge transition coming. Atlantic Avenue is gonna be scary. Look, this is a ghost kitchen right here. This trailer. It's a ghost kitchen. They make pizza in there. And they got delivery wheels and all that. It's total. I mean, I don't know if you could call it a ghost kitchen if they're advertising for it, but yeah, it's a ghost kitchen. It's not a legit kitchen where where these people have all the right paperwork and the proper sinks and the hand sinks and they just dead getting it popping. I ain't mad at them. There's a lot of ghost kitchens like that. They have this one spot Far Rockaway. I got to take y'all over there. It's in the back of a semi truck, and they open up the back of the truck, put some stairs. See, this gas station here is $2.89, and this is the BP. Wait till you see where we going. Don't forget to press the like button by pressing the screen twice. See all these businesses here to the right of us? All these are out of here. They buying everyone out. Everybody gotta go. Because this is allotted for a smart city. Look, they just sold this spot here. The Speedy Gas. They're out of here. And they have very affordable gas. I never went in there. LJ, she's gone there a few times. I tell her I'm not putting that gas in my car, but she didn't have a problem putting it in her car. And you know, if you open up the gas cap to my car, it says use. Why are you honking there, buddy? What's going on? Let me move up. I don't want no smoke. You might be in a bigger rush than me, sir. Please go around me. So, if you open up my gas cap says that it's what is it? Oh yeah, it says use only premium unleaded gas. I've never used premium unleaded gas in this. Why is that, you might ask? Because BP and what's the one from Venezuela? Citron? Well, those 2 companies, British Petroleum, which is BP, and Citron, I believe, they admitted after being sued that there is no such thing as premium gas. And the only reason why they charge more is because they advertise the premium gas. And they spend so much money on advertising that they need to recoup their money back, because regular gas 8, look, this is it right here. This is the Sunoco. And the Sunoco is, can you see that? Look at that. $2.59 if you have cash. And let me tell you, I get better gas mileage than this car brand new. Brand new, this car, I get 3 more miles to the gallon than this car was getting before I started putting regular gas. Oh, well, see, what happened was I found out that they were sued. These companies were sued. And they admitted that it's not real, the premium gas. And that they, just because they advertise for the premium gas, that's why they charge what they charge for the gas. But it's the same as that gas. And, you know, you can tell that to people. You can even show the people the lawsuit and all that. They admitted to what they were, you know, what we're doing. All that stuff, people don't care. They just don't believe it. They're still going to put that premium in their car. They're like, nah, man, I don't want to take a chance, yo. I don't want to take a chance. I don't know. I'm going to pay that extra $1. It ain't worth me messing up my car. I'm like, okay. Change the oil more often if you're worried about messing up your car. Like me, I go 2,000 miles, I change my oil. Most people do 3,000, 5,000. Not me. I just changed my oil 2 days ago, and it was at 2,300 miles. 2,300 miles, I changed my oil. I changed my oil so much. It's just not worth it to me to take a chance, because that's the problem with cars. It ain't the gas you put in your car. It's the oil and how often do you change that oil. And trust me, you can look it up. You can see that these gas stations admit it. And there's a thing going around on the internet where one of these panels, this panel right here, one of these bottom panels was taking out, and there was only 2 hoses coming out of the bottom of this instead of 3. See how it's supposed to be 3? There was only 2. And if there's 3 to choose from, why were there only 2 pipes coming up into the machine? You know, so it's a scam. You are appreciated. Thank you for taking out this time with your boy, talking with me for the last hour and 30-something minutes. I mean, you guys are amazing. Oh, not you guys, you all. What's up, Steve Ladner? How are you? How many people live in a block? Oh, I have no idea. Run the light, gang? No, I'm not going to do that. In my opinion, New York has very wide streets compared to other places. Okay, I agree. It's getting kind of chilly down my 60 and 80 degrees. It is getting cold up your way. Yes, let me see. What was it today? Or this evening? 38 degrees this evening. Not bad. Kilama 420. Salute to you as well. Steve Ladner, salute to you. Do you have a real wife that has your back no matter what happens? Well, hopefully I never get to find that out, but she's amazing. Kalama says hi. Steve Ladner, from what I've seen on TV, New York City is a cramped up space. Is that true? No, it's not true. New York is a stage. There's a lot of room here, and they're full of S. Steve Ladner, what is the West Village? I don't know how to explain that. Another time, I guess. Lori K1T, it's crazy. Steve Ladner, we used to work for a better life, and now we're working to survive. Yeah, it's so sad. Where I live, the average income is 18 grand. Whoa. Are you in New York City? Yes, I am. Yeah, you're in New York City, laugh out loud. Yeah, you're in New York City, laugh out loud. Who owns most of the buildings on Broadway? I don't know. Steve Are you poor? Wait. Yeah, this is from James Arnold. Steve, are you poor? Depends on what you consider poor person to be. Intelligent, stable people don't bow down to the Sea Games. Oh no, I don't even know what that means. To the Sea Games. Has. Intelligent, stable people don't bow down to the Sea Games. And then he asterisks has. Intelligent people don't bow down. I don't know. Let me see. Are you planning to sell jailhouse meals? No, not me. What up, Elvis? What up, gang? Stereo flavor. Steve Atlanta. COVID. Oh. Now everybody bows down to the COVID games. Right. Well, thank you, Steve. Thank you, gang. Thank you, James. Thank you all. Laurie, you are appreciated. Kamala 420, you are appreciated. Everyone that tapped in, that pressed the like button, you are appreciated. I love you. And Happy New Year. You will be seeing more of me, and that's a fact. 259. Thank you. I got that. Let me get 7 gallons. No, make it 12 gallons. All right, 17 gallons. Thank you.